We are back to Let's Ride with Uncle Jimmy and Wayne.
That's right.
And here with my brother Jimmy from Bikers for Christ.
Yeah.
I'm with Pennsylvania Riding Club, and we did a video last year on the upcoming rides, and man, was it a great year.
Yeah.
We had a lot happening. There are so many rides out there that you can support, and great causes.
Our number one ride. Remember our number one ride there was the toy ride that we had this past year.
Yes.
And I tell you, not too many people got a chance to hear what the outcome was with that. And I'm here to share with you that we have exceeded the amount of $25,000, and it's all thanks to you guys for bringing this together. And this is what we do, right? When we do it with a community and bringing it together, we want to raise the cause. And when the purpose is behind it, we are able to come together and really rock that purpose. So thank you to all you guys for coming together. And that was a wet day too.
It was raining that day. It was not the most pleasant day to ride.
No, but we still did that. We still rode, yeah. So it was
that
a really
amount of
good
money
time.
is amazing
Hey.
for a day like that. But hey, you know what? That's what bikers do.
Helping out Toys for Tots, right?
That's exactly right. Last evening's a good example of that because we ended up both going out and helping out because Toys for Tots, and let me read this because they sent out this message this morning. It was Toys for Tots, Lancaster, PA. Another reminder that we are all volunteers. None of us are paid or work here. Everything is free for you and was donated by people who care about you and our community. Get these numbers. We served close to 2,600 families and about 7,000 kids.
That's what it's
amazing.
all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's right. We can come together, not just whether you're a biker or not a biker. We're a community, so we can do this together and coming out and show those good graces and take our time to be able just to go ahead and help some of those that are less fortunate. I think we're going to have even more success in 2024, Wayne. Don't you think?
I think so. Every year it keeps growing, and that's great.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
In the off season too, though, we're going to also show you. We have some. Wayne and I have a couple of upcoming videos that we're also going to share with you. You're going to get to learn a little bit more about some other clubs and foundations that are in the area that also have share a same interest of how we can go ahead and be able to go out there and serve and help. And we're looking forward to introducing them. We got one in January, one in February, and I think we're going to squeeze another one in March so we can share and show you that, hey, riding season can happen from April to October, but the cause is always going to be there. So we can get together and get to know everybody, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so what do we got going on today?
Hey, today we have the privilege to chat with the guys from Frosty Balls and Frozen Susie's.
It's going to be awesome.
That's a good name, isn't it?
I'll tell you what.
But anyway, it's called that because of New Year's Day. It's January 1st. Every year, they'll get into more details about what's happening and how long they've been doing and all of that. But it's a great ride, and we're going to discuss that.
Yeah, so how about it? We just going to get right into it?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Okay, we're here with the leadership, some of the leadership from Frosty Balls. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and let everybody know kind of your roles and what you do.
I'm Tyler Stump, the co-founder of the ride.
And I am Don Eckhart, the president/director of the American Legion Riders, Post 185, Mount Joy.
Awesome, very, very awesome. Well, guys, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you guys here. I mean, there's a lot of history, with the Frosty Balls, and I tell you what, I know Wayne and I, we both gotten a chance to be able to hang out and go on some of those rides. So can you share with us a little bit about what is this organization all about?
Well, Frosty Balls Frozen Susie's ride is on January 1st, 2024. We will be embarking on our 15th anniversary of Frosty Balls Frozen Susie's ride to benefit the Lebanon VA Hospital here in central Pennsylvania. Last year, $32,445 was raised, and donated to the men and women residing there. Residents can use this money to purchase goods from the commissary, such as toiletries, clothing, prepaid phone cards, or even online shopping for loved ones, holiday gifts and cards.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was quite that high. That's good.
Yeah.
Those are some great
Those
numbers.
are some fantastic. Those are for fantastic cause, right?
Yeah. Now you said something about they can use it. So you distribute it. How does that get distributed? I guess that's my question.
Yeah, it's not
Within the
given
VA.
directly to the hospital.
Okay.
It is distributed to a
Yeah, it goes into an account over at the VA hospital. That there's no administrative, costs connected to it.
Okay.
It's strictly just for soldiers' needs. What the government doesn't supply them at the hospital, they can use that money.
so there's no overhead.
That's good to know because I didn't know that part before.
No, neither did I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no clue.
That's phenomenal. That's really great. So, so tell us a little bit about how did you get started?
15 years ago, myself and the other co-founder, Jeff Andrews, we were sitting around after work, solving the world's problems.
That's usually where it happens.
And we're like, hey, let's go, it's getting close to New Year's, like, hey, let's go for a ride on New Year's Day. So a couple other people heard about this, and they're like, yeah, we'll go. So, a lot of us belonging to the veterans organization clubs, and some people on the day were veterans were like, let's raise money for the Lebanon VA. We had 11 of us the first year, and I think we raised $400. And that's all we thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And here we are, 15 years later, and we went from 11 people the first year to last year. There were 515 motorcycles.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, I mean, it really grew. From $400 the first year to now we're over $270,000 that we raised as of last year.
Wow. That is crazy.
Okay, so that's interesting though. Okay, here's how this kind of stuff can happen. Because you're listening to the history of this. Couple guys at work, sitting down, chatting,
That's right.
talking. That's how this kind of stuff gets rolling.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our second year, the first year people heard about it. We had a couple more, and I think our third year we had 25, and word got out and it just kept growing and growing to where it is today.
Do you think it's not just the first year, the first of the year ride because it's cold and maybe the challenge, but do you feel like maybe it leans a little bit more on the calls now?
I believe it does. It's always going to the Lebanon VA hospital, and everybody knows the money stays local, and it goes strictly to soldiers' needs.
Yeah. There you go.
I believe that's one of the big reasons why it's growing the way.
That's what it's all about. I mean, Wayne. So we, as I mentioned earlier, we went to a couple of those rides before. And what was your experience like going on one of these guys' rides here?
I wish I remember the year of the first one that I did, but I don't. But it was pretty big. It was, I'm gonna say, 200, 250, pretty decent size. And I was blown away because New Year's Day, some of these guys winterize their bikes and stuff, maybe they get it out for just that one day. But I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I was not expecting. This is Southeast Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
And maybe you should share a little bit about that too. That if the weather is crappy, because we can't do anything about the weather.
Yeah.
You can't ride. You can still support it.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Obviously, it's much nicer when there's a bunch of bikes. It's much more exciting.
Yeah,
that way.
absolutely.
But that was the biggest thing for me was, wow, I had no idea this was this big.
Yeah. If it does rain, what would happen?
If it does rain or snow, we've only had to cancel the ride portion 1 year because we had snow and ice.
Okay.
So for safety reasons,
Sure.
we canceled. But we still have the event.
Okay.
We ended Elizabethtown American Legion. We have a pork and sauerkraut meal for everybody. Auction items donated from local businesses, organizations, individuals. So we still have that part of the ride. If it's where it's inclement weather where you can't come out on a motorcycle, come out in a car.
Yeah.
And your car, truck, anything you want, and
Everyone is welcome.
Yeah.
Whether you ride or you drive.
And I've noticed that there wasn't just bikes, right? It was a couple vehicles and cars and whatnot too, right? Some guys, antique cars we saw happening, and here's the other thing too. It all starts in Mountjoy, right?
Yes.
At the American Legion in Mountjoy,
Yep.
and they closed down. Well, they don't really close down, but I mean, if you see the bikes there. Everybody's intimidated to go through that section there at Mountjoy by the American Legion. How about it?
Yeah.
The bikes are lined up on either way.
Lined up either side
You know,
of the road.
so, and with 500 some bikes, that's stretched out pretty far. But here's the cool thing was that when the ride is organized, okay, we leave American Legion. What happens when we leave the American Legion together in the ride?
So we do it's about a 25-mile ride. We go down towards Marietta, up along the Susquehanna River, and then cut back through into Elizabethtown.
Okay.
And we have police that, at our intersections, supporting us. They've been great over the past year supporting us with traffic control.
Sure.
And then we go into Elizabethtown, the American Legion.
Our signing starts at 10 a.m. at the Mountjoy American Legion, and the ride actually leaves from there at 1 p.m.
Do you happen to have that address off the top of your head?
Yes, we do. It
Perfect.
is American Legion, Post 185, 255 West Main Street, Mountjoy, PA 17552.
I think another thing to add to that timeline is, years ago we came up with this. It seemed like a great idea at the time. Somebody beat Baby New Year. So we have Baby New Year show up at 12 o'clock wearing just a diaper.
Just a diaper.
And,
I think I actually have a picture right now. With permission, I can actually post it in the video. It is quite a sight to see.
Yep.
For my wife, not necessarily so much.
Frosty Balls.
Hey,
when we came up with that idea, I'm like, yeah, this is good. Until the year I got picked, I'm like, this is the stupidest thing.
I didn't even know you got picked on one year. All right.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
so this year, Jeff Schultz out of Elizabethtown, he's Baby New Year.
Okay, there you go.
And then the tradition is, if you wear the diaper, you get to pick next year's.
Oh,
Baby
good.
New Year.
Don't give him our names.
No, we're gonna stay secluded here. Wayne and I are just gonna stay away from this whole thing. So let me ask you this: future plans, right? I mean,
Yeah, what's up for the future of
We will
Frosty Balls, right?
continue on for years to come.
We don't have any plans of ending or changing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to stay with the same scenario,
and
which has worked so far.
And you just came into the picture as well, Don, and you were looking forward to seeing this grow maybe more and see what else you can do.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, we think this is a great cause, and I know that
definitely.
we've enjoyed the rides, and it is the challenge of getting the bike out there. I mean, come on, when you call mom up and say, "Yeah, I'm riding on the New Year's Day," it freaks her out. Come on, at least my mom does anyway. But it's pretty neat. It's really awesome, and to see people of all kinds. It doesn't matter, what you wear on your backs. You're starting to see a lot of people show up within their hearts with this cause, right?
Definitely.
Well,
Definitely.
that's really exciting, and hey, that's what it's all about. When we come together and to be able to do something like this, and I'm pretty excited for this upcoming New Year. We still gotta get through Christmas, but I'm already looking forward towards New Year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm almost looking forward to the ride more than I am Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. We won't talk to your wife about that one. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but any other things that you guys would like to share? Anything else that we can? I can't thank you guys enough.
I mean, we just can't think that, everybody that's come out and made this ride grow, It's because of, everybody on these bikes that come out is why it turned into what it has.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And that's a big thank you to all you guys. Come on out and let's continue just to help and support these guys and, to make it out to the 15th annual.
15
Yeah,
years.
15 years, hey,
good job.
you want to keep good things going, and obviously it sounds like the cause has become wonderful, and I'm sure it's probably helped out a lot of guys that probably needed it, in the VA. So very supportive. Thank you both you guys for coming out to be a part of this. Wayne and I are pretty stoked about getting the bikes out and joining y'all and making it happen. So,
Looking forward to it.
yeah, but again, Frosty Balls, Frozen Susie's. It's going to be at the Mountjoy American Legion on January 1st. For those of you guys that don't know the first of the year, it's on January 1st. Okay?
New Year's Day is typically January 1st. I don't think that's changed.
No.
it's
At
pretty
least the
much the
past
same.
15 years.
It's been the same for 15 years.
And registration starts at what time?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Excellent.
Yep, and then the ride leaves at
1 p.m.
1 p.m. And then take that 25-mile ride, which leads you to the E-Town Legion over there, and then you get to enjoy some pork and sauerkraut, which, by the way, actually that's one of the things that I enjoy. I like the pork and sauerkraut. So, but to do it with a bunch of bikers in there, and all for a good cause. We get to make it happen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that meal, that's included in your $10 registration fee.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, there
it's
you go.
included with that. So.
There you go. Hey, I mean, you gotta have
Can't beat that.
No, and you gotta have your pork and sauerkraut for New Year's
For
Day.
New Year's Day,
What better
exactly.
way to do it than with a bunch of bikers, right? So that's the way to do it. But thank you, Don. Thank you, Tyler. Wayne,
Thank
as
you.
always.
Thank you,
We're
guys.
super
Always
excited.
good time.
And we'll see you guys on New Year's Day, Mount Joy, at the American Legion for the Frosty Balls and Frozen Susie. So peace out and much love to you all. Thank you.